All right, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 4, week 1 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. I'm going to head up regularly for us so we can get started. Today is definitely Thursday. And today is actually the 7th. Okay, the 7th of May. Not of May, sorry. The 7th of July, 2023. Our subject is science. So we're going to be looking at these questions.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
No, the 7th of July. I thought it was the 6th.
Yes, it is the 6th, not the 7th. Thank you.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes.
I don't have a book.
Um, what you have a maths book? How about the book you was using today?
Um, I left that somewhere.
Do you have a folder sheet?
Um, no. No, I don't have a folder sheet.
Well, you need to ask someone in the house if they have something to write with, because you can need to write for class. You can't come to class with nothing to write with.
I'm gonna get one now.
All right, thank you. All right, so let's begin with the first question. Please write this down. Write down the question as well as the correct answer. I want Deanna. Deanna, can you read this for me, please?
Which is the most basic unit of all living things?
Read the options.
A. Cells. B. Organs. C. Systems. D. Tissues.
All right, very good. Please put your answer inside the chat for me, please. What you think it is? Which you think is the basic unit of all living things? Is it A, the cells, B, systems, sorry, B, organs, C, systems, or D, tissues?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Did you say put our answers in the chat?
Yes, that's correct. A, B, or C. All right, so Tejanique, what you think is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cells.
The cell. Yes, the cells. So cells are the basic unit of all living things. Okay, so circle that answer. It is the cell. All right. So the cells is the most basic unit of all living things.
I thought we supposed to color in the box.
Circle the letter for me, please. The cell is the most basic unit of all living things. Javon, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cells is the most basic unit of all living things.
Very good. DeAndre, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cell is the most basic unit of living things.
Of all living things. Good. Very good. Let me know when you are done with the slide. So I'm about to move it. Candeja,
done.
you done? Okay. Candeja, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The most basic unit of all living things is cells.
Very good. Ariana, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
Cells.
Cells. Very good. Well, let's move on to the next question. All right, Ariana, can you read this question, please, number 2?
Which part of the cell is like the brain of the cell?
Read the options.
Cell wall, cytoplasm,
Cytoplasm. Mhm.
nucleus, vacuole,
Vacuole.
vacuole.
Good. Put your hands inside the chat. Which part of the cell you think is functions like the brain of the cell? Put your hands in the chat for me, please. Let me know. Again, which part of the cell function? Which part of the which part of the which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell? All right, DeAndre, what you think it is? Which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell?
A nucleus.
The nucleus. Okay. Javon, which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell?
The cell is a part
No, I'm
of the
saying which part? Is it A, B, C, or D?
C nucleus.
I think it's the nucleus. What you think, Deanna?
C, the nucleus.
Are we supposed to write down this?
Yes, Ariana. Why do you think it's on the screen? We there to write it down. I keep on telling you that, Ariana. If it's on the screen, you have to write it for the 100th time. The correct answer is C, nucleus. So the nucleus is the part of the cell that functions like the brain of the cell. DeAndre, which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell?
A nucleus.
The nucleus. Good. And Ariana, turn on your camera, please. Can't see you. Candasia, which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell?
The nucleus. Nucleus.
Very good. The nucleus. The nucleus. And Diana, which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell? Diana, which part of the cell functions like the brain of the cell?
The nucleus. C.
Very good, the nucleus. Okay, can I move this slide?
I'm not finished writing it.
I finished, right? Okay. All right. Please write this quickly. Can't take long. We have to move on to the next slide. All right. Without looking, Diana, what is the most basic part? What is the most basic unit of all living things without looking?
The cells.
The cell, very good. Tedrinik, without looking, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cells.
Cells, very good. DeAndre, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cells.
Very good, the cells. Javon, without looking, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cells.
The cells, very good. DeAndre, sorry, without looking, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
You already asked me.
I already answered, okay. Candasia, without looking, what is the most basic unit of all living things?
The cells.
Cells, very good. All right, can I move from the slide? Are y'all done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, good. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Tetranique, can you read this, please? Which of the following?
Which of the following is not a characteristic of fungus?
Fungi.
Fungi. A. It makes its own food. B. It is a
Decomposer.
decomposer. C. It lives near moist area. D. Most are single cells.
Very good. Put your hands inside the chat, please. What you think it is? A, B, C, or D? All right, so which of the following is not a characteristic of fungi? The correct answer is Actually, what does fungi not do? Well, fungi, they are single cells. They live more near moist areas, but they do not make their own food. So A is a characteristic, that is not a characteristic of fungi. What do we call organisms that make their own food? What do you call them? If an organism makes its own food, what do we call it? Anyone knows? What do we call organisms that make their own food through the process of photosynthesis? No one knows, Deandra. What do we call organisms that make their own food?
Them composers.
No, if they make their own food. Candasia?
Producers.
Producers, very good. Producers. Producers make their own food, okay? Decomposers, they decay things, right? But a producer makes its own food. A fungi does not make their own food, so they are not producers. Only one type of producers that there are, and that are plants. Plants are the only type of producers. They make their own food using the process of photosynthesis.
I'm finished.
All right, great. Ariana, which of the following characteristics is not a characteristic of fungi?
A.
And what does A say?
It makes its own food.
Very good. Siobhan, which of the following is not a characteristic of fungi?
It will be A. It makes its own food.
Very good. Tetranic, which of the following is not a characteristic of fungi?
A. It makes its own food.
Very good. Tetranic, what do we call organisms that make their own food? What do we call them? What do we call organisms? Diana, what do we call organisms that make their own food?
We call them producers.
Producers, very good. Give me an example of a producer, Diana.
Um,
That make their own food using photosynthesis.
a plant.
A plant, very good, plant. A plant is a producer. All right. But fungi do not produce their own food. Ariana, turn on your camera, please. I don't know why you keep on turning that on, off.
Excuse me. When I cut my camera on, it keeps turning back off, and I can't keep it on.
What are you on? What are you using? What device you use?
I'm using a laptop.
Try it on. Let me see how long that takes.
When I cut on my mic, then when I cut it off, it automatically cuts off.
Say it again.
I said when I cut on my mic, and then when I cut off my mic, it automatically cuts off.
Turn off your mic. Let me see. Oh. I see. Are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good,
Yes, sir.
good. All right, let's move on to the next slide.
Can I read it, please? Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
Can I read it, please?
Sure, you can. Wait, when we finish, write it down. I gotta let you read it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for volunteering. Hedronic, that's very kind of you and helpful. All right, Hedronic, can you read this question, please?
Okay. Which of the following is the
Reproductive.
reproductive structure of fungus? Is it A, flowers, B, pollen, C, seeds, D, s'mores?
Spores.
Spores. Sorry.
Right. Very good. Put your answers inside the chat, please. What do you think is the reproductive structure of fungi?
I'm not finished writing it yet.
Excuse me.
Okay, make sure I write it. Yes, Ariana.
What is the meaning of reproductive?
Reproductive. So reproductive is when you're able to make something, make a copy of yourself. So for example, making babies, that's reproduction. So
Okay.
fungi are able to reproduce themselves. What did they use? Do they use flowers to reproduce themselves? Pollen, seeds, or they use spores? What do fungi use to reproduce themselves? Or to
Can I
make,
answer?
yeah, go ahead.
Spores.
Think it's spores. What you think, Deanna?
I think the same thing, spores.
Think it's spores as well? Well, both of you are absolutely correct. It is spores. They do not use pollen. Who use pollen for reproduction? Anyone know what organism use pollen for reproduction?
Bees?
No. Flowers. Okay. Flowers use pollen.
Doesn't say that.
Uh-huh. So but fungi uses spores for reproduction. That's their reproductive structure.
I was not writing it. Can I read number 1?
Number one. Oh yeah, sure, no doubt. Yeah, yes, you can. And give me
Number
the answer.
Number 1, which is the most basic unit of all living things? A, cells.
Number 2.
Number 2, which part of the cell is like the brain of the cell? The nucleus.
Can I read number 3?
Can I read number 3, please?
I want all right. Tetranic asked to read number 3 first, so I'll let Tetranic read number 3, and you could read number 4, Candasia. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Which of the following is not a characteristic? Is not a characteristic of
You have to
the
speak so I can hear you, Tetranic.
Which of the following is not a characteristic
Of fungi.
of fungi? It's
What?
A. It makes its own food.
Very good. Go ahead, Candasia.
Which of the following is the
Reproductive.
reproductive structure of fungi?
Which is the correct answer?
The spores.
Very good. These spores. All right, thank you. So let me show you an example of spores. So when you look at the mushroom, anyone like eating mushroom?
I like mushrooms.
Like
I
mushroom?
eat it all the time.
Okay. Mushroom, okay. Some people
Do you
like mushroom.
mushroom pizza?
Some people like mushroom, some people doesn't like mushroom. But mushroom is a fungi, right? And it has spores. So if we look carefully at this image, I'm going to show you the spores that you could find in the mushroom that the mushroom gives out for reproduction.
Excuse me, my screen is black.
How about now? Can you see it?
I can see it now.
Yeah. So this is the mushroom, and these dot little things, that is the spores. Okay. Those were the things that spread out so that the mushroom could reproduce. So those are spores, and the spores become bigger, and they form a new fungi.
Excuse me, can I read number 5, please?
Yes, you can. All right, so let's move on to number 5. All right, so we have number 4. Number 5, go ahead, Candasia, read number 5.
Which of the following best defines an invertebrate? A. Animal with backbones. B. An animal without backbone. C. An animal that crawls. Or D. An animal that spreads germs and diseases.
Can I answer this one?
Okay, go ahead, answer.
A, animal with backbones.
No, they say invertebrates. They say invertebrates.
It's a
Without backbones.
So it's A or B?
B.
Very good. It's B. It's B. So animals without a backbone is what we call invertebrates.
Did you know 97 of the population animals are?
So animals without the backbone are invertebrates. As animals without a backbone, we call them invertebrates. All right,
Excuse me.
go ahead, Tetranic.
Did you know 97 of the population of the animals are invertebrates and 3% of the population are vertebrates?
We know that we have a lot of invertebrates. Now mammals are what? Vertebrates or invertebrates?
Um, vertebrates, and they are
Vertebrate.
warm blood,
And they are warm-blooded. Very good.
and invertebrates are cold blooded.
That's correct. That's correct.
I'm done writing the question and answer now.
All right, very good, Javon. Javon, can you read question 1 and 2 for me, please?
Pardon me?
Can you read question 1 and 2 for me, please?
Yes, sir. Number 1. Which is the most basic unit of all living things? The cells is the most basic unit of all living things.
Very good.
Number 2. Which part of the cell is like the brain of the cell? The
All right.
the nucleus
Nucleus.
is a part of the nucleus is a brain cell of the cell. Sorry.
Next. What do you have? DeAndre, can you read this question, please, and give me the answer?
Number 5.
Yes.
Which of the following best define a invertebrate? A animal with backbones. B, an animal without backbones. C, animals that crawl. D, animal that spread germs and diseases.
All right, what the correct answer is? Mr.
B,
Correct.
animal without a backbone.
Without backbone. Give me an example of an invertebrate.
A animal without a backbone.
Yeah, without backbone. Give me an example of one.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
An animal without a backbone is a snake.
A snake, very good. Give me another example. Without backbone.
I have one.
I have one too.
Okay, go ahead. Tetranic. Go ahead, Tetranic.
An animal without a backbone is a Starfish.
Give me an example, Candejo.
An animal without a backbone is an octopus.
That's correct. Octopus.
An animal that without a backbone is um a fish.
No, fish have backbone. Fish is a vertebrate, not an invertebrate. All right, so let's move on. Number 6. Read this, Ariana.
Which group of invertebrates has poisonous threads?
Very good. Read the options.
A. Arthropods. B. Sponges. C. Stinging cells. D is the same thing as B.
No, D says sponges.
B says sponges.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see. Yes. B and D are the same. Yes. Okay, so which of the following, which group of invertebrates has poisonous threads? A, B, C, or D?
D.
D,
I mean C. Sorry.
C.
C.
C. Stinging cell.
Give me an example.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish. Very good, jellyfish. That's correct.
A stingray.
Ah, very good. So write this down.
Hydra. Hydra is a sting cell animal.
So we have, I want the options that they give us. A, B, C, or D.
C.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Are we supposed to still write the B and D as the same?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'm done writing the answer on the question.
Can I read number 2? I mean
Yes,
number 1?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Which is the most basic unit of all living things? A, cells.
Cell.
Number 2, which part of the cells is like brain cells? It's C. It's C.
C. Nucleus.
Nucleus. I don't remember the name.
So the group of invertebrates that has poisonous threads are called what? Stinging what?
Sting cells.
Stinging cells, animals.
Stinging cells, animal.
And some examples are stingrays, jellyfishes.
Hydra.
Bees? Can bees be a part of a
No,
sting?
no, no. No,
Tetranik, she was not asking you, she was asking me. Calm down. Now ask the question again, Tetranik. I mean, Diana.
Is bees stinging cells? Because they sting.
No, they have to be invertebrates. Okay.
Okay.
And they have to be these ones they're talking about the ones that more on water too. Okay, so number 7, write this down for me, please. Number 7.
Wait, did you do the answer for number 6?
Oh, that's C, singing cells.
Okay.
The answer for that is C, singing cells. All right. Are you done with this? Are y'all done with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, good. All right. This last one so we are last one before we go to social studies. Read this, DeAndre.
Sponges are covered with tiny holes. What are these holes called? A. Spores. B. Pores. C.
Stomata.
Stomata. D. Vents.
Fence. Okay. So what are these holes called that sponges are covered with? Anyone think they know the answer?
D.
Pores.
Go ahead, Diana. I think it is.
I think it's D vent.
Defense, okay. Anyone else want to try?
Spores.
Someone think it's spores, okay.
Spores.
Kendra, they think it's spores. Javon, I can't see your camera. You're not showing up properly. Anwar, where's Anwar? Anwar, are you there?
Yes,
He
I'm
isn't.
here.
Go ahead, Anwar. Anwar, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Why you come to class late?
My current was off.
Oh, your current is off, okay. Did you get number 6 and the answer?
No, sir.
How come you didn't get number 6? We just was on that for the longest.
I just joined.
Or you just joined? Okay, right now.
Excuse me, could you see my camera now?
Yeah, I could see it now, Javon. Okay, write number 7 down, Anwar.
Okay.
The word is yes, sir, or no, sir, not okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you think the answer to this one is, Ariana? A, B, C, or D? Ariana, what you think? What you think the answer is for this?
D vents.
D, vents. We talking about sponges, sponges. What does sponge? If you look at a sponge, what sponge have around on them?
Pores.
Pores, yes. Pores. So the correct answer is pores. You don't know that, you know SpongeBob, right? SpongeBob is a sponge. You don't see SpongeBob have a bunch of holes in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not vents.
Okay.
That's pores. Okay. So the correct answer here is pores.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Who is SpongeBob?
You don't know SpongeBob?
Mm-mm.
What? Wow. I'm sure you heard about SpongeBob. Everybody knows SpongeBob.
But I don't.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't believe you.
That's a show?
SpongeBob. Everybody knows SpongeBob. You ever saw SpongeBob? Dejani?
I don't watch that.
You ever saw it before?
Mm-mm. No, sir.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. But you see, he's a sponge. See the holes and
Oh.
whatnot. So sponges, if you look at, he's supposed to be a sponge underwater. So if you look at a sponge, right? Let's look at well, these are all right. This is a good example of a natural sponge. You see, look at it.
My grade 5 teacher, she has sponges in her classes in her
Yeah,
class. Dead.
yeah, dead sponges. These are obviously dead sponges. They are covered in tiny holes called pores. Pores, not vents. Pores. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me go back to the question. So you gotta write it down.
I already wrote mine down.
All right, good. Javon, you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay,
Are we
good.
going on to social studies now?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Is it going to be about the Bahamas independence or more?
No, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the same. Well, you'll see. You'll see. Just be patient. You'll see. All right, so all right, let's change the subject. Head up again for me, please. Thursday, the 6th of July, 2023. Subject is, of course, social studies.
Excuse
And
me.
yes,
On the last subject, science, you put the 7th of July.
no, that was a mistake. It's supposed to be the 6th.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Could I skip a page to head up since it's a different topic?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move on. All right, so let's move on to the first question. Okay, go ahead, Anwa. Can you read this question, please?
There's something on top, but I can't fully read the question.
There's something on top of it. How about now? Can you read it?
Yes, sir. The predictions of a
The
ship,
prevention,
the prevention of a ship's access to a country's port is best defined as A, B, C, D.
Read the words, please.
Blockade,
Prohibition.
prohibition, smuggling, and wrecking.
Okay, good. What do you think the answer is, Anwa? When you prevent a country from accessing your port, what is that called?
B,
Be a prohibition? No, that's not correct. DeAndre,
I got it.
DeAndre, what do you think it is?
Blockage.
Yes, that's blockade. Blockade. So when you prevent another country from entering your port, that's gonna be blockade. Blockade is the act of sealing off a place to prevent goods or people from entering or leaving. So blockade. Ariana, what is the prevention of a ship's access to a country or port best defined as?
Blockade.
Blockade, very good. Blockade.
Excuse me, can I read number 2, please?
That's Candasia?
Yes, sir.
Sure, no problem. You can. Ariane, not Ariane, sorry. Tetranic, what is the prevention of a ship's access to a country's port best defined as?
Blockade.
Blockade, very good. Diana, what is the prevention of a ship's access to a country's port best defined as?
The blockade.
Blockade, very good. Let's move on to the next question. Make sure you have this written down. Does everyone have this written down? Before I move on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No,
No?
sir.
No? Okay, we're still writing. Okay. Let me wait on y'all. So for those who are still writing, please write quick, write faster because we have to move on. Can't spend all day on one question.
I could screenshot it and put it in the chat.
Yes, we can. You can do that.
It's in the chat.
All right. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next question. Ariana, read this to me, please.
Wrecking was once considered a big business in the Bahamas. Which of the following unlawfully aided the wrecking business?
Come on, Ariana, read the options. I don't have to tell you that every time. You know that.
A. Attraction by false lights. B. Being caught in tricky currents. C. Being stopped by search officers. D. Collisions with treacherous
Treacherous. Uh-huh.
treacherous reefs.
Very good. So wrecking was let me read it again. Wrecking was once considered big business in the Bahamas, which of the following unlawfully aided the wrecking business? Is it A, attraction by false lights, B, being caught in tricky currents, C, being stopped and by search officers, or D, collision with treacherous reefs? Put your answer inside the chat, please. Which one you think is the answer for this one?
Excuse me, Candacia has a question.
Oh, go ahead, Candasia.
Excuse me, can I read the next question, please?
Sure, no problem. I think you'd asked to read number 2A.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's my bad. I forgot, totally forgot. Read number 3 for me, please. What we say the answer for this one was? Did we give the answer?
No, sir. And the
Which-
answer is
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Which y'all put inside the chat?
A.
A.
A, yes, attraction by false light. A.
Excuse me, I'm done with the answer the question.
Okay, good. That's good.
A real place in the Bahamas. Yeah, man, y'all gotta say Bahamas, okay?
All right, so let's move on to number 3.
I'm not done.
You're not done? Okay. Who's still writing? Who else is still writing?
Me.
Ariana, who else? Only Ariana. Anwar, you finished, right? You write this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ariana. Let's go. Number 3. Go ahead, Candasia. Can you read this for me, please?
The American Navy came to the Bahamas in search of
Ammunition.
ammunition and gunpowder during the American War of Independence. At which of the following forts did take over
Occur.
occur? A. Fort Charlotte. B. Fort Saint Castle. C. Fort
Montague.
Montague. Or D. Fort Nassau.
All right, very good. So the American Navy came to the Bahamas in search of ammunition and gunpowder during the American War of Independence. At which of the following forts did the takeover occur? Was it Fort Charlotte, Fort Fincastle, Fort Montague, or Fort Nassau? What What do you think the answer is, Diana?
Fort Nassau, D. Fort Nassau.
I think it's Fort Nassau. What do you think the answer is, Ted Unique?
I think it's Fort Fincastle.
Fort Fincastle. Okay. Anwar, what do you think the answer is?
Fort Charlotte.
Fort Charlotte. Okay. Andre, what do you think the answer is? Go ahead, Andre. What do you think the answer is?
Fort Nassau.
Fort Nassau. Okay, the correct answer where they actually took over, the fort that they actually took over during the when the American Navy came here looking for gunpowder. Now, gunpowder is what you put inside the guns for it to work. Is actually Fort Montague. Fort Montague, not Fort Nassau.
I'm done writing it.
All right, good. Who else is finished?
I'm finished.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, good. Who else is anyone else still writing this?
I'm still writing it.
Okay.
I'm
Two.
done.
Mm,
Okay, I'm done.
All right, let's go. Number 4.
I'm not finished.
Okay, Deja, you still writing? Okay. All right, Diana, read number 1 for me, please, and the answer.
can I read number 2?
Yes, you can.
Number the provision of a ship access to a country port is best defined as a blockade.
Very good. Go ahead, Tajanique, number 2.
Okay. Sponges are covered with tiny holes. What are those tiny holes called? It's B. Pores.
No, you want science. I mean, social studies.
Oh, sorry. I mean, sorry. Um,
Go ahead. Number 2 for social studies.
social studies, right?
Yes.
Wait, I have to plug in my tablet. I mean, my computer is running low.
I don't understand how come you don't have that written down, Tajanique. Come on, Tajanique. DeAndre, you read number 2.
Wreckage was once considered a big business in the Bahamas.
All right, finish it.
A. Attract by false lights. B. Being caught in a tricky current. C. Being stopped being stopped and searched by officers. D. Collision with
Treacherous coral reefs.
Harleys.
What's the correct answer, DeAndre?
A.
Okay, good. Let's move on to number 4. Read this, Ariana.
In the United States of America, the period between 1920 through 1933 was known as Prohibition. Which of the following items was illegal in the USA during this period? A. Cocaine. B. Liquor. C.
One moment. One moment.
C. Marijuana.
Marijuana.
Marijuana. D. Weapons.
Very good. Write this question down, please. During the time of Prohibition, which one of these was prohibited? Which one of these were illegal to have during Prohibition? Which one? Cocaine, liquor, marijuana, or weapons? Anwar, what you think? Anwar, what you think the answer is?
He said his mic isn't working.
Okay, tell him put his answer in the chat. Put your answer in the chat. Oh, he said C, marijuana. No, it wasn't marijuana. Patronique, what do you think it was?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? No, it wasn't cocaine.
Deanna knows.
Go ahead, Deanna.
Liquor.
Yes, it was liquor. Liquor is the correct answer. All right, Ariana, which of the following items was illegal? Cocaine, liquor, or marijuana weapons?
Liquor.
Very good. Candasia, which of the following items were illegal? Drink what?
Liquor.
Liquor, very good. DeAndre, which of the following items were illegal?
Liquor.
Liquor. Javon, what side? Which of the following items were illegal?
Liquor.
I could barely hear you, Deon, what side?
Liquor.
Say it again.
Liquor.
Liquor, very good. Liquor was illegal. Now, do you think people still smuggle this liquor even though it was illegal?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
No.
yes, they still smuggle it even though it was illegal. Hedronique, read number 4 and give me the answer, please.
In the United States of America, the period between 1920 and 1933 was known as
No,
Prohibition.
as
Pardon
come on,
me?
come on, Hedronique, come on, read the thing.
I don't know what the last word is.
Prohibition.
Prohibition, which of
Okay,
the
start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
in the United States of America, the period between 1920 and 1933 was known as Prohibition.
Prohibition. Prohibition.
Prohibition. Which of the following items was illegal in the USA during this period? It's C. Marijuana.
How could it be marijuana? We just said liquor.
I mean liquor. Sorry.
You have to be paying attention. Hedronique, it's liquor. So the correct answer here is liquor. And Deja, can you read number 4, please, and give me the answer?
In the United States of America, the period between 1920 and 1933 was known as Prohibition.
Prohibition.
Prohibition. It is big liquor.
Which of the following, Asto?
Cocaine, liquor, marijuana, or weapons. Cocaine, liquor.
Okay, the correct answer is liquor. All right, read number 5. Are we done with number 4?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. DeAndre, read number 5, please.
Most of the people from the Bahamas who went to work in the USA during World War II were employed as A. Farmers, B. Nurses, C. Plumbers, D. Tailors.
Tailors. All right, Deandra, read the question again, please. Deanna, sorry, Deanna. Read the question.
Most of the people from the Bahamas who went to work in the USA during World War II were employed as A, farmers, B, nurses, C, plumbers, D, tailors. The answer is A, farmers.
All right, do you think the answer is A? Katrina, what do you think the answer is?
Pardon me.
What do you think the answer is for this?
I think it's D.
D, tailors? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, the correct answer is actually. So this is during World War II. The correct answer is actually A, farmers. Deanna, can you read number 1, please?
Number one, the prevention of the ship access to a country port is best defined as A, blockade.
Very good. Number 2.
Number 2, wrecking was once considered a big business in the Bahamas. Which of the following unlawfully aided the wrecking business? A, attraction to buy false lights.
Very good. Number 3.
Number 3, the American Navy came to the Bahamas in search of accommodation and gunpowder,
Ammunition.
ammunition and gunpowder during the American War of Independence at the following: Fort A, Fort Charlotte; B, Fort Fincastle; C, Fort Montague, which is the correct answer; D, Fort Nassau.
All right, next question.
4, in the United States of America, the period between 1920 to 1933 was known as Prohibition. Which of the following items was illegal in the USA during this period? A, cocaine; B, liquor; C, marijuana; D, weapons. B, liquor. Now I'm going to do 5.
All right, number 5. Read it, please.
Number 5, most of the people from the Bahamas who went to work in the USA during World War II was employed as A, farmers; B, nurses; C, plumbers; D, tailors. A, farmers.
Very good. All right. Once you finish writing these questions down and answers, make sure I take a picture of it. Take a picture of all 5 questions for social studies and 7 for science. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp, please.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
My mom's not here and she's the only one who has your number.
Okay. What you could do when she reach home, you can let her take a picture of it, okay?
Okay.
So when we finish, we can leave.
When you finish, you can leave, yes.
Have a nice day.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right, take care.
Later.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Goodbye.